Hey everyone, it's Marta. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I have two different DIYs using these frames from the Dollar Tree. I picked these up a while ago. They had that Farmhouse whitewash finish to the frame. I love them. And so I picked up 32,000 of them. Just kidding. But I saw Catherine from Do It on a Dime make these gorgeous lanterns out of them, and I made them and then took them apart because I'm fickle. Yes, I am. So today I'm going to be showing you what I did with those scraps and what I did with one of those frames. For my first DIY, I'm going to be taking out the insert from the frame. It comes out pretty easy. And then I'm going to take off the wire used to hang it. Now taking this other Dollar Tree frame, it's an 8x10, I'm going to remove the glass to make this look a little bit more like my inspiration piece. Now if you can't find these exact frames, you can always use just a regular Dollar Tree frame. Super glue gel, and I glue the glass to my frame. I only use glue along the longer sides of the glass because the shorter sides don't actually touch the frame. Now for this part, you can certainly use Dollar Tree poster stickers. They're peel and stick, and you can create your sign with these. You can also use these self-adhesive stencils. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube paint them and then use them as regular stickers, or you can actually use these as stencils. Now, ever since I got my Cricut, I have become quite the font snob. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I love using my Cricut. So many different fonts to choose from, and I'm obsessed. Yeah, like literally obsessed. After putting the original wire back onto the frame, didn't like how short it was, so I used this wire that I got at the Dollar Tree in the automotive section, and I used the black one, and all I did was just loop it through the metal hangers there. I don't know what you call those. Made a knot and then wrap the wire around that knot. Pretty simple. Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory, and I just went over the frame just to give it like a little extra something. I don't know, I wanted it to be a little lighter, if that makes any sense. Now here's my inspiration, my own sign, which was a gift. World Market was selling it for $14.99. That's not nice, I know. I went on the website to see how much it costs. Sorry, Kimmy, it was only for video purposes. Anyway, my sign cost me $2 to make. I didn't distress it. I wanted it to be kind of like just clean and fresh, and I absolutely love it. Next DIY, I'm taking this Beware sign that I got around Halloween, also at the Dollar Tree. They bring out this size sign often, and I think you'll be able to find something comparable. After peeling the paper off with my fingernail, I go ahead and I sand it and then give it one coat of chalk paint in my Rust-Oleum linen white. For the border of this sign, you can certainly use these paint sticks. They sell them at Home Depot for 97 cents. You could also use Dollar Tree rulers or this tumbling tower game by gluing them together. J Money did a great sign. I'll link it down below using those. But you know Marta, she always has to do things the difficult way. I figured out for the size of the sign that I was going to do, I was only needing one of the frames and 2 extra pieces. Remove the metal clips. And I'm going to be using those 2 pieces there to create the sides of my frame. The Beware sign is a rectangle, so I have to cut these pieces down to fit. And all I do is mark them with a pencil and then go ahead and saw them with the Dollar Tree mini hacksaw. And they fit perfectly after doing that. Well, not perfectly, but you know what I mean. Now the other side gave me a bit of a problem. I thought I had this all figured out, but when I reached the other side, I realized this end was facing the wrong way. So I came up with a plan, and that was to cut out 2 triangles using the leftover pieces of the frame. And then I'm going to glue one to each end. Now I know my projects are a little weird, but I'm just trying to give you inspiration to use what you have. Art Mind's antique wax, and I go ahead and just wax all of my pieces. You can also use the Waverly antique wax It has the same tint and works exactly the same. And here are all my pieces. This is what they should look like. Now, taking some super glue gel, I'm going to go ahead and attach this puzzle, so to speak. And it's just harder to explain it than to show you what I'm doing. I'm using the longer pieces of the frame to create the top and bottom border, and I just used some Dollar Tree clips while all of this is drying. Once again, fat arm alert, it just loves to be on camera. Now it's time for those annoying triangles, and all I do is glue them to the edge of the frame. And now this side is complete. Justice. A little more super glue gel, and I only attach one of the borders. Once everything is dry, I take this whole piece just like it is and I glue it down to my sign. Now you might be saying, Marta, why didn't you just glue each piece to the sign? I don't have that kind of ability, and I was afraid that I would mess up. So this was the easiest way for me. But if you decide to recreate the sign exactly the way that I'm doing it, then girl, you do you, because you're better than me. I can't do it that way. Wait for all of this to dry, and then I just snip off the edges. I wanted my sign to take a more rounded appearance. And then once again, using my CRICUT, I print out the coordinates. No, not to my house. That's not gonna happen. I print out the coordinates to New York City. I was born and raised in New York. Now, I told you in my last video, I have a really hard time working with larger signs, and I just wanted to give you guys a tip for all my new CRICUT users out there. Use your tools, use your patience, it will be tried. Cut the backing of your vinyl paper if you have to, just so you can work with smaller pieces at a time. You can accomplish this, I promise you. So I go ahead and put my vinyl down on my sign. You've seen me do this quite a few times if you've been following me. If not, I'll leave a link to one of those videos with a little more explanation in the description box down below. To hang my sign, I'm going to use one of those sawtooth hangers. I had them just laying around from different projects. And then I'm going to take a lighter to the screw. It makes making pilot holes really easy, especially when you don't want to crack a sign or something by drilling. I'll leave a link to that video as well where I explain the process. My inspiration, Etsy was selling it for $90. Mine, I'd say it came in at about roughly $2. I love this latitude longitude sign. I hung it up over my new barn doors that we just recently bought at Home Depot. I absolutely love them, and I will leave a link for that as well in the description box. So the sign didn't come out perfect, but that's okay. It's rustic decor, it's farmhouse decor, and it's just the way I like it. Now, I didn't want to waste a perfectly good sign, so I went ahead and painted the outer edges black again because I did get some white paint on that. Also painted the sawtooth hanger in black, went around the borders of the letters with a white Sharpie, and now I have a sign that is reversible. I can use it for Halloween. Pretty cool. Surprise! Made a little special appearance. Hotter than heck here in New York. I don't know about where you live. We are facing a huge heat wave. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know how grateful I am. We reached 10,000, well, over 10,000. I just wanted to say that I appreciate you. I know that my DIYs sometimes seem complicated, weird, I don't know. But here's the thing. DIYs are not always easy. They're not always seamless. Things happen a lot in my case. I use what I have on hand, things that I may want to recycle. And so I hope you bear with me. I hope you guys understand. I know a lot of you really do. Like, I just want to bring you guys like the real deal. Like, this is what happens to me when I'm crafting. So why not share it with you? Trial and error. My favorite quote, sometimes you're going to see the ugly. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I really do appreciate you. I'm going to leave a link to both CRICUT designs down in the description box. I finally learned how to do that. and I will see you in the next one.